Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for joining us for a Healer Within Facebook Live Practice Sampler. These samplers have been a fantastic way to stay connected during this time, and we're so very happy that you're here with us today. For more online practice opportunities, including those offered by our presenter today, please check the list of virtual practice groups or VPGs on our website, which is healerwithinfoundation.org. You'll find that under the Practice Group tab at the top of our homepage. Our practice leader today is Stephen Michael Pegg. Stephen is a certified IIQTC teacher and a lifelong student of Life Force, Qigong, and the cultivation of Qi. And he's been teaching Qigong for well over 30 years. He's worked with the Omega Institute since its founding in 1977, leading both sessions and workshops and hosting for the past 35 plus years their winter programs in both the Virgin Islands and Costa Rica. He's also a teacher of the Arts of Life with the Tracking Project of New Mexico, and we're always delighted to have him lead. Stephen, I believe we're about ready to begin. I'm going to bring your video here up to the front, let everybody see you and say hello. Thanks again for leading today, and it's all yours. Take it away.
All right, hi everyone. Happy to be here. Happy to be on your screen, and in the sense of these modern times, together with each other in this practice. So happy also to be working with the Healer Within Foundation and connected with that and the IIQTC, or the Institute of Integral Qigong and Tai Chi, for many years now. I'm glad to be on the team of all the people that are sharing, all the teachers, all the practice leaders, etc., who show up for these. So I thought we would begin today, this afternoon session, with just a little bit of warming up and keep it light on that, because I have some territory to cover with you in a 5 elements practice. But we should have plenty of time to do that. So let's just begin to, if with your feet at shoulders width or wider, let's just begin to shift the weight from one side to the other. Take your hand up, palm up on the heavy side, shifting your weight, lighter side, palm down, palm up on the heavy side. We'll just do some shifting back and forth, just to kind of tune ourselves into balance and harmony, because we're balancing as we do this, and the scales here are kind of balancing in between. If we're right in the middle, that's the yin and yang of balance. But we're going to go over, we're going to shift over. You might say you go ahead and breathe deep, relaxed breaths while you're doing this, and choose which way is your in-breath and which way is your out-breath. Continue to move this way for just a little while. Don't need to go far. Should never go out so far that you're leaning over, keeping a more or less upright position as we go back and forth, right? And do you know that term that's in that's translated from Chinese about the movement of the hands, called beautiful lady hands? Well, that's for a certain kind of a grace that we have in the hand movement and the body movement. Knowing that not only in the hands, but in the whole body and all our movements, doing our practices, that graceful movements inspire grace in your life. So doing these things smooths a lot of things, not just the body movement. Okay, now bring the hands in to here, shift it over. Open palms out, shift out, reach back, touch, cross in the front, and going out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now this exercise has got a lot of different names, but is also one of the names is eagle shrug. So we're standing like little fledgling eagles on the edge of our nest and getting stronger and stronger as we spread our wings and gather them together and spread our wings and gather. Take a nice in breath and an exhale. In and out. In and out. In and out. Okay, now let's just begin to do some turning one way and the other. And you can keep your side movement going with this. We're going to not do a full-on arm swing, but we're turning slowly now, finding that spinal twist, turning the head a little bit, not trying hard to reach back, but just turning and flowing. All right. All right, now let's center ourselves a little more and begin to turn the body and do that practice most of us know as arm swinging or arm swing, also called ringing the temple bell or gong. I invite you to try this in a certain way where you are, where your head, nose, eyes are front, and you're not swaying back and forth. And what's happening is to get the arms swinging, we're turning the torso. A little bit of waist, but mostly it's in the torso. Flinging, flinging, right? Landing on the body. Let's go to the shoulders a couple of times. Flop the hand right down on top of the shoulder. One more time each way, back to the waist. Remember, we're keeping our face forward and twisting the torso. Here we go. 2 up top, 2 down low. And let's do that for a little bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, a little faster. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 more each. 1, 2. And 1, 2, good. Gradually coming into stillness, unwind. Don't ever need to put the brakes on. All right, little body patting here. Body patting, slapping, patting, taking care of yourself, but giving yourself a nice kind of a cupping slap on the lower abdomen. Speaking of dantian here, you know, that energy center that's inside that core, that lower center it's really called the lower dantian. But when we say tap your dantian or put your hands on your dantian, this is what we mean. Okay? There are 3 dantians. We'll get to that maybe in a moment or two. Let's go up now. Let's go a little faster and slap around along the navel level, out to the waist, back in, up a little higher, rib cage now, and back around into the lower back, and come around and come up a little higher, ribs, flank, sides as best you can reach here, and this sides up and down. Up around, and now a little bit of slapping around on the chest, taking care of breasts and being tender where you need to be. Tapping, slapping. Okay, good. Now let's go down an outer arm and back up again. Kind of a cupping. Don't have to slap hard, but it's a good firm connection. Down again. Back up. Let's go to the other side of the arm, palm up, going down. Awakening, you know, the Healer Within is the name of this sponsorship, I guess, of these movements. Let's go to the other side, and we are doing these kinds of practices. We are awakening that inner friend, that Healer Within. Going down again, outer arm or top of arm. and back up again, and back to under or the inside of the arm to the wrist in the palm, and back up again. And let's make one more track down. All right, clapping the hands. Let's come to the chest. Let's reach over a little bit and slap into the back. Reaching, come around to the rib cage and the kidneys. Down the lower back into the sacrum, the buttocks, backs of thighs, back of knees, back of calves, Achilles tendon around the inside, inner ankle coming up, inside, and back to the dantian. Flinging a little bit, just flinging those hands in. All right, good. And now a couple more. Good. Now let's just stand for a moment and feel the effects of our warm-up exercises. That we've done so far. There's a nice, another kind of an arm swing that I'd like us to do before we move on. That's a upward, we're gonna hold here, inhale, release and swing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out. Inhale, exhale, swinging back and up. In, and out, in, and out. In and out, in and out. Three more. 1, 2, and 3. All right, and pause now. These kinds of movements, all of them can be done slower, more slowly, softer, more gently. I just wanted to show you this one exercise that I really love that one teacher showed us. It's called something like swinging from the moon. Imagine you're on a swing and you're standing and the ropes come up here and the ropes are connected to that part of the moon that's just, right here on the new moon or the last quarter, right? So here we are swinging on the moon and we use our hands to move back and forth. And we can do that kind of swinging here like this. Standing and swinging high up into the stars, swing back, look back at the earth perhaps, swing up, look at the stars, look at the planets, swing back, look at the earth and where it is in the cosmos, swinging, swinging. This time now we'll just rise up and drift down, slowing the swing down. Rising up on the toes, coming down and lifting the toes. 2 more times. Rising up, sinking down, curl your toes up, keeping the balls of the feet on the floor. Come up one more time. And back down. Okay, ready, warmed up, and it's a warm day here. I hear we have some cooler weather coming from the west through Colorado, Wyoming, Nebraska, and those territories. After some hot weather, cooler. Here we go into cooler weather. So let's do a little of organ toning and tuning into a practice called the 5 elements practice. A very short practice here today, only 15 or so minutes to play in this realm. That's 5 dominant yin organs: lungs, kidneys, liver, gallbladder. I'm going to be your mirror, so let's do it that way. Lungs, of course, both sides, kidneys, both sides, lungs on your right side, liver and gallbladder, right? And then we have the heart, of course, and spleen. Now, each of these organs, these what we call the dominant organs, are called yin organs in this world. And the yin organs all have a partner. Partner of the lungs is the large intestine. Partner of the kidneys is, of course, the bladder. Partner of the liver, the gallbladder. Liver on your right side, sorry. Heart, small intestine, the yang organ. The yin organ, heart, yang organ, small intestine, spleen, of course, and stomach. All right. So we're just going to work in with these 5 different exercises, these 5 elements. The element that goes with the lungs is metal. So I'll let you get a sense of that. In our Western thought, it might be called air because, of course, the lungs, but we have metal is the element associated with the lungs. So we're going to draw our, with the breath, inhale, allow the arms to rise up to, say shoulder or shoulder pit height, and then go back down one time. So we just get a sense of that rising. Inhale, drifting up. Exhale, settling. Inhale, arms open out, slowly turning the thumbs outward and turning the palms up. And then exhale, come front. Inhale. Exhale. Remembering to let the breath fall into the lower belly. Turning upward, exhaling, turning the other way. Do you know that the lung meridian comes right down into the thumb area? And as we turn, there is something going on where we're turning the meridians, but we're also spreading the lung wings in a way. Inhale. Opening out, and the lungs themselves are opening that way. Each lung is opening, facing a little bit further that way. And good, coming back. Now one hand, your left hand will go behind the back to the kidneys. This hand will kind of dip down, palm up, and come across as we shift. And we observe the palm as it comes up over the head and down. Here we just kind of pat down. So think of the lung, the kidneys now. Our beautiful kidneys are friends that are filtering the blood all of the time, all of the time. Kidneys are the, there are emotions connected with these. I didn't speak of the lung emotion, which is grief. So we're letting go of grief when we do the lung exercise. When we do the kidney exercise, we're relieving ourselves of fears that we might have, serious anticipation, things that we have been afraid of, things that we are afraid of. Settling down, saying, inhale, exhale, in a way saying, it's all right. And one more. And turning. Yeah. A little bit of a push down. Switching hands, left hand now, coming around, dipping, turning, palm facing us and around over the head and down to the left side. And then beginning again, turning around, calming, soothing the kidneys and the bladder. Letting ourselves, or allowing ourselves to release fear, of the unknown. What's going to happen next? Seems like these are scary times, but when you really think of it, we never knew what was next. We just maybe thought we did. Let's go over and settle that down one more time. Good. All right. Now let's go to the liver. We'll bring our hands back here. Soft fists or slightly curled. We're settled in on both feet with a shoulders width stance. Knees are soft, tailbone down, spine erect, head on top, sinking the tailbone down, rising up as if connected above by a thread perhaps, or by some kind of psychic connection to your, what one teacher calls your soul star. Maintaining the connection with Earth, lengthening to the star, opening, opening, opening. For the liver now, come along. We're here, right back here. Hands are here. Okay? So you're going to slide right along, forearm, come up to shoulder level, eye level, and slightly point and come back. Sink down, other hand comes up. We rise slightly and look to the distance, come back. Focusing near, focusing now far. Could this be with the breath? Yes, of course. Let's say inhale, exhale. In and out. Now the elbows are coming back, so the fist is at the side. And out. In. Send some gratitude and love to your liver, your gallbladder, all these organs, our friends, our most intimate friends who have known us all of our lives and been there for us. Let's do two more. In. Rising up, look far. Widen your eyes, come back. Here we go, rising up a little bit, looking far. Widen your eyes, come back. Good. All right, our next exercise is the heart. So we're going to turn to our right and reach out and press and come back in, rocking back and forth. Let's practice the rocking. Rocking like rocking a baby, rocking yourself. We're not necessarily going there. We're just rocking from the center. Rocking, rocking. Now let's go the other way. Here we go, up. And as we go up, hand turns and we press and reach. Come back. This upper hand turns. We turn both palms out and reach. Up and reach. Making sure that the front arm, which is your left this time, is reaching just as far. So that you can imagine that we're massaging the heart as we do this, and the torso is twisting down there where the partner organs are, the small intestines. So we're really getting a wonderful physical exercise as we envision, the red color. I'm not mentioning all the colors of everything, but color red is associated with the heart. Beautiful ruby red is my favorite focus color for heart. Living fire is the element. Water, the element for the kidneys. Fire, the element of the heart. Let's go one more each side. Tuning in, enhancing our capability to be joyful, to be compassionate, to be loving and kind. And I think happiness is connected with that as well, right? Okay. Coming back from here, we're going to go right up across the front, opening our hands out like we're looking up at the moon, and we kind of frame that moon with a circle. Now inside and outside are quite different. So inside we could imagine the moon, or we could just focus, find a spot to focus on and turn. Your framing turns, you turn. And we're mostly working above the hips here, twisting the torso one way and the other as we twist and wring out the worries of our lives, the things that might wake us up at night, or if we wake up at night, we think about them and go, oh my goodness, oh my gosh, what am I going to do about that? How can I ever, so we all have some degree of concerns. Genuine concern is good. So golden yellow is the color for the spleen. So perhaps we might even say that moonlight, that sunlight reflecting on the moon is a golden color as we turn one way and then the other. And nourishing our organs through these simple practices and movements, fundamental, nothing really big time complicated here. Turning and turning one more time. Now let's lower the hands down from above now. A couple times we'll do this to settle balance the energy, the temperatures of the triple heater, they call that, from like above here in the upper organs, the middle organs, middle heater, lower heater. Investigate this. If you don't know about the triple heater, it's very interesting, called Sanjiao. Gathering, bathing, bringing the heat down, balancing and exchanging the cool of the lower organs and blending some heat, kind of mixing the weather, balancing the weather of the heaters. Okay, one more time. Down. Now we're just standing, as in just standing. Nothing else is going on. Adjust your feet so they're parallel. Knees are soft. Tailbone down. Spine erect. Arms are hanging and heavy. Elbows are heavy. Shoulders are down, relaxed. So we'll stand this way for, half a minute, and then we'll do 4 other positions, and then we'll say farewell. Now on your next in-breath, arms drift up to form an embrace, like holding a big ball out in front of us. Not reaching too far because we want to hold the ball near us. Holding with our chest, rounding around the ball, rounding the back. Holding this position called hugging the tree for just a little while. Remember to smile. And on the next exhale, as you relax your shoulders, turn the palms outward. Continuing to relax into the standing. Deep, relaxed breath. Inhaling and now exhaling, letting go of the breath, letting go of the shoulders, turning the elbows down, the fingers are up, feeling as if we are kind of still, now we're kind of connected with a greater ball here, still having some sense of roundness in here, hands on, as if on a ball, on a membrane, or touching life, or something. Opening your palms and being sensitive. Feeling life with your palms. Inhaling now. And exhaling, slowly lowering hands, arms down. And now we kind of spread out and open right down here. Opening. Here again, we have the roundness in here. The chest, the back is rounded, the chest is open and holding that circular space, that spherical space. Palms are still feeling as if slightly pushing something. Inhaling. Exhaling, return to simple standing. And know that what we've done in this short 30 minutes is nourishing, useful, simple practice, as deep and mysterious as you want to allow it to be. Carry on with your beautiful day, your lives. I hope you're well. I hope you're safe. I hope you have the things you need. So stay in touch with each other. Be well. I'll be back in a week or so to do another session. I hope I get to be with you again. So peace and love. This kind of thing, this means namaste, which means the light within me bows to the light within you, and or the chi in me bows to the chi in you.
Thanks so much, Michael. Another beautiful, beautiful practice, Stephen. It's just always a joy to have you with us. And we really do appreciate you lending your talents to our live practices here. Want to remind everyone that there are other opportunities to practice. You can find those at our website, healerwithinfoundation.org. Up at the practice groups tab at the top of our homepage. And you'll find Stephen's classes there as well. He has several online offerings, so be sure to check that out. Want to also remind everybody about the replays. You can catch up if you've missed any of our live practices. You can certainly catch up at our Facebook page, but also at our YouTube channel. If you'll go to YouTube and search on Healer Within Foundation, you'll find our channel. We do ask that you subscribe. That helps us to grow our reach there and get these practices into the lives of many others. So if you'll like and subscribe everywhere you find us, that would be super, and we'd really appreciate it. If you're leading an online practice group, or if you'd like to volunteer for one of these live practice sampler sessions, please send us an email to admin@healerwithinfoundation.org. Otherwise, you can send us a message through Facebook, and we're happy to discuss with you the opportunities to list your practice group or lead a practice here. So thank you again to Stephen for leading today, for all of you for being with us. And until we meet again, may all be well. Thank you so much.